Greetings all, Frog here, and I can't even. It's time for the Friday update from the pond on the 24th June 2016, where right now it is literally the 24th June 2016 at 49 minutes past midnight EDT, which is UTC minus 4, and the Brexit vote is done, and Britain is leaving the European Union. I don't know what we're going to talk about. Like, I wish that I had a political component to this channel so I could just be going crazy right now in a fantastic blah, 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 blah. And as you may know, I guess we're recording this right now. We can at least mark that, right? As you may know, I am an Anglophile, 100%. One, I still have family that live there. I can never remember the town. It's a small town. It's in the southeast. It's in Sussex, barely. I think it's like on the border of Sussex and Kent, and it's very, very tiny. Let's see if I can pull it up on my phone. I'll go to Google Maps here. I think I've tried to do this before, but it's regardless whether I could find this or not, it means a lot to me. And the fact that the UK just voted to... First off, Cameron should have never allowed it to come to a vote. That was silly. Whoa. It's in the High Weald. I remember that. Oh, goodness. Where are you? Anyway, he should never have allowed it. It was really, really quite stupid. And, I mean, I understand the pressure that he was under. He's going to have to quit now. I know the Tories would prefer he not quit, but he's going to have to quit now. I don't know how he could possibly stay as the PM when that vote was disastrous. I'm very curious about what the Crown's reaction is going to be. Because you know she can't be happy about that. I feel like it's Thrice-Hurst or something like that. I can't find it. I don't want to zoom in anymore on my phone. This is already very hard to see. I just remember it has a very British-sounding name, like Thrice-Hurst over something. And I think it's in the High Weald, but it may actually be in the other forest that's by Canterbury. I don't recall. Regardless, we're 3 minutes into an update video and I haven't talked about my channel because Brexit. If you don't know what the Brexit is. This is a vote, a referendum vote, straight up or down. Should the United Kingdom leave the European Union? And everybody for Brexit was... I don't know why, to be honest with you. The reasons that they gave were spurious at best. Because one of the big reasons is, we can control our own destiny now, blah, blah, blah. We don't have to follow these regulations, which first off were created for consumer safety, but they say, we don't have to worry about any of these regulations and everything. I mean, look, go watch. Oh Jesus, he's the annoying guy with the glasses whom I love to watch. John Oliver. Oh my goodness. So I love he's. They call him the annoying Brit, but he is fantastic. I love watching him. But he nails this down a lot better than I ever could. And the point of the issue, the point of this whole thing, is that economically, the United Kingdom cannot effectively leave the European Union because, as happens basically, the global economy requires you to abide by these things anyway. Like, if a United States company wanted to trade with the European Union, they have to follow the European Union rules. I don't know who these people that are pro-Brexit in England are, but do they realize that their closest trading partner is the European Union? So they're still going to have to trade with the European Union, which means they're still going to have to abide by European Union rules. And this is right after Cameron negotiated a successful redefinition of the UK's commitment and role in Europe that relaxed all of the restrictions that they didn't like. Now, instead of this agreement, because of the vote, it will be declared null and void, and they will effectively leave the European Union, which then means that they have to renegotiate all of their trade deals. And I'll tell you this right now, the EU is not going to play softball. It's terrifying. As I sit here at 1 o'clock a.m. almost, Eastern time again, the FTSE is not opened, and it's already dropped 7.7%. The Nikkei index dropped 8% before they halted trading to stop what would have been an avalanche. The pound is now $1.34, barely, and by all indications, it will continue to drop throughout the day. So, in my perspective, I think it's time to book some trips to England. But from like a global economical standpoint, I'm terrified this is going to throw us right back into the recession, which the pessimist in me thinks is exactly why the Brexit leaders decided to do this. Because, as a general rule, the people that were pushing for the Brexit are the austerity type of leaders who understand that when you are in a recession and you resort to austerity measures, the rich get richer and the poor get poorer. Now, the poor get poorer part, they don't really care about. It's the rich get richer part that matters to them because they are rich, you see. And they manage to talk in a way such that the rank and file, if you will, us, the people around them, will vote in a manner directly contrary to our best interests. So for all the American viewers that are watching, and there are a number of American viewers because, let me point out to my statistics, the majority of my viewership is actually in the United States, even though the majority of my vocal content to commentary comes from Europe. If you think that crazy populist views that are against what should be the best for someone cannot win, they could win. And they just did. So what I'm telling you is in November, you damn well better get out and vote. Because the people that care about this, the people that have bought into the rhetoric, are going to vote. So, look, I'm going to lay it out there. I don't support Hillary Clinton. But I think I got to vote for her. Which is why two-party politics is stupid and why first-past-the-post voting is dumb, and you could well watch CGP Grey for that. And if I had skill in editing and annotating, there'd be a box somewhere on the screen right now that would link you to that video. Or at least the first video of the series. I did like 4 or 5 of them about why first-past-the-post voting is stupid. Because it is. And obviously this is a passionate issue of mine, because I still have not talked about the channel, and we're 9 minutes into my channel update video. So I better stop right now. I apologize if this is not interesting to you. Pretend these last 9 minutes didn't exist. Enjoy the channel update. If that is interesting to you, let me know, because I'm thinking about starting another channel. Which is insane, I know, but I kind of want to do like a vlog format. We'll talk about that in a minute. Right now, let's talk about the channel as it stands. So, I'm a little behind. And that was... Oh, God, sorry. I just hit my desk when I was trying to readjust how I was sitting. And I think I knocked the microphone. I got a spike on the reading, so I apologize for that. I may be able to fix it in the post. We'll find out. So, I'm a little bit behind. It is Friday. Now, part of that problem is I could not record today because I was at a company event losing horribly at a pool tournament. And I could not record... this weekend because it was Origins. So I think I did pretty well keeping to a schedule, considering I did not record on my normal recording days. This is all recording during the week. I recorded a little bit on Sunday, but for the most part, this is after working my 9-to-5 job, coming and recording. So I feel pretty good about what I've done so far. The sad thing is I actually already recorded GeoGuessr 177, but I didn't pay attention to the Simple Screen Recorder, which is the recording software I use. Other software is available, although SSR is free. I recorded an entire episode of what would be Eurovista 7, all the audio, and forgot to record the video. Because it said, hey broski, you already have a video with that title. You sure you want to override this? To which I should have said, oh no, of course not. Let me give you the name of the file that I actually want to use, and then I'd start recording and all would be good. But I failed my observation roll, and so didn't have anything. Gone. So I got to do it again. And it occurred to me I could have still used that as Eurovista 7 and just not had a recording of it. But then, part of the reason I'm doing the Eurovista is to cross-promote the channel, you know what I'm saying? So I'm going to record it again. But I'll record it on a Friday. My wife is out of town this weekend. She's helping her brother move to Colorado. And I won't see her again until Monday when I pick her up at the airport. So I'm going to have some free time Friday night. I'm going to have some free time a little bit on Saturday, but Saturday is Cavs night, the Columbus Area Board Gaming Society, so I will be doing that. And then Sunday I'll have all day free, so I guess I'll have some recording time. But, I'll get everything done. But it was just a pinch, so hopefully for next week it'll be a little bit better. But that's the GeoGuessr plan. It will be recorded. Saturday will be Eurovista 7, and Sunday will be... I don't remember who's on Sunday, but it's the user submitted challenge. I know I've got some from Nighty, Nio, Jeff. I think I have one from Sagittarius. No, I don't think so. So it's probably one of those three. Anyway, Prison Architect, hopefully you guys have been enjoying that all week. Soul Trader, I'm going to continue to try to play for a little bit. The bugs are kind of annoying now, so I might just have to wait for him to work out all the bugs. But at the same time, I feel like I need to play it so they can discover all the bugs and work out all the bugs. So Isaac was Isaac. Narrow Factorio, I'm still having fun with. I keep saying that I'm going to wind it down, but honestly, I've enjoyed what I was doing in all 7, and I want to keep going. So I don't know if I'm going to introduce the new Factorio yet. They delayed version 1.13 anyway. So since it's been delayed, I might as well just keep doing with this one. But when 9.13 comes out and they've had time for everybody to update their mods, then I will start playing a new series with that one too. I'll probably have to keep 2 versions running again because I want to be able to play with the setup I have now, which reminds me I should probably set my backup set to have these exact same mods. I'll get on that. Stellaris is still going strong, though I will tell you when Asimov comes out, we will start a new campaign. So that, again, should also be in the next week or two. So there's probably just another 6 or 8 episodes left of this particular campaign in Stellaris, which I think is okay because we're sort of at that point where we're still stuck in the mid-game, and Asimov is supposed to fix some of that stuff in the mid-game, so I think it'll be a better experience overall. City Skylines tomorrow will be the final episode of this particular playthrough of City Skylines, which is 33 episodes more than it was the last time. Actually, it might be 35 episodes more, because I think it was actually on 3 episodes before I gave up. And I think we've learned a lot. I think a lot of good things have been happening. And spoiler alert, next week we will start a new series. It will be a new City Skylines, basically a design-based City Skylines where I'm going to play with infinite money and a couple of mods turned on so we can make a pretty city. And that's my goal. Like, I'm not going to play to try and make sure my city survives because, look, we can do it. We've seen it. I just did it. So what I want to do is be able to play with no restrictions so that way we can get a very nice-looking city. And then the Binding of Isaac Daily will continue. It has occurred to me that not only are people not watching the Binding of Isaac Daily, but nobody's playing it anymore either. It used to be that there'd be 30 or 40,000 people that would play the daily every day, and now we're down to about 8,000. So I'm getting like higher and higher scores. Like my scores are consistently now, I would say, in the top 1,500. With very few exceptions. There are exceptions, but for the most part, it's in the top 1,500, which used to mean something, but now it means it's just I'm in the top 20% of players. So, I mean, I guess it's still good. I'm in the top 20% of players that are doing the dailies, but it's not like a realistic performance metric. It's just that nobody's playing it anymore. I still like it. I still like The Binding of Isaac, obviously, and I just like playing it a lot. but I don't know if I should just play the daily on my own or if I should post it. I mean, it's kind of like one of these things, like it doesn't cost me anything to post it because I'm just going to play it anyway. So I just put the recording on. I don't commentary over it, so it doesn't require any editing, any processing time. I just literally upload the video. And I don't know if it's worth continuing to do that or not, only from the standpoint that YouTube doesn't charge per video, so it's not like it's costing me more money by having these up there. And it's more things that people might stumble upon and like. I don't know. I really don't know. Hey, something I should have led with. Since we're now talking about the future, I will be setting up a Patreon page. So here I am, 15 minutes and a half of a video where the first 9 minutes we're talking about Brexit, but now I'm talking about Patreon. Probably should have led with that, but the Brexit is so distracting. I will be starting a Patreon page, and I have been thinking about what the levels will be, and I'm still kind of ironing that out to the final details, but it will go live next Friday. So Friday the 1st, in the Friday update, I'm going to talk all about pretty much the Patreon page. So it's going to be a fairly focused, unlike most of my Friday updates, Friday update that will have a focus on the Patreon, and then at the end it will be a recap of what we did in the future. And I really had to think about this Patreon page of if I wanted to do this because, you know, I had to think about it. Would I support myself on Patreon? Because if I wouldn't support myself, how could I ask other people to? And the answer is, you know what? I think I would. Because now that more people are commenting on my videos, which thank you, by the way, it really is appreciated, I'm watching more of my videos because when I click on a comment, like it just automatically starts playing the video. So I'm hearing myself more and I'm like, yeah, I'm sort of entertaining, which is a surprise to me. And the fact that there are so many of you that are still watching and commenting and liking and sharing and all that means a lot to me. And it's like, oh, wow, you know, this is actually something I could be doing for a while. And I think that is what finally made me say, you know what, I can go ahead and put up a Patreon page. It certainly helps that some of you had said, hey, you know, if you had a Patreon page, I'd throw you $1 or $2 a month. And I really appreciate that because it's more than I get out of ad revenue. I do not make $1 in CPM. No way. Because the channel's just not that big. And I understand that. I'm not expecting miracles. So I'm going to do it. And I was been thinking about the levels, and, you know, comment in the video here what you think are good final levels, assuming that you didn't turn off the Brexit conversation. And some of those levels would be, well, first off, if you the $1, it's going to be the, hey, you know what, it's what Aruma did. It's the ad block absolution, which is basically, hey, thanks for the $1. I really appreciate it. $12 a year. It really does mean a lot because shoot, even if 5 of you did that pays for my webcam that I just bought, right? So that's really appreciated. So $1 a month, I really appreciate that. It's like ad block absolution. You want to use my channel with an ad blocker, I understand it, I get it. You're paying more at the $1 than I'm making on the ad revenue that you're watching anyway. Except maybe if you're a Red viewer. That might be the only way it would be more. YouTube Red does have a higher percentage of cost that goes to me than just a straight up CPM. But it's going to be very close to $1 a month, honestly. That's how the YouTube agreement is, which is fine. I'm not saying it's bad because honestly, considering that I have nearly 1,900 videos online now, and the smallest one is like 100 megabytes. Let's just assume it's 1,900 times 100, which 100 is 10,000. So it's 1.9 million gigabytes. No, it's 1.9. It's 1.9 terabytes of data that they're hosting for free, essentially. They could give me whatever they want. Like, I understand completely why they charge what they do. So if YouTube is watching this and say, that ungrateful YouTuber canceled. No, thank you. I'm really appreciated for hosting the service because, my God, do I use it a lot. So that's really cool. But again, the CPM is very low because we only have 550 some subscribers. So that's the $1 level. And I've been trying to play around with the exact other $1 levels, like what's worth $36, because that would be like $3 a month. What's worth $60, because that's $5 a month. What's worth $15 a month? You know, that would be $180 a year. Would somebody be willing to spend $180 a year on my channel? I don't know. It seems kind of crazy. But if you did, would there be a level available for you? Would I have something that you would appreciate? And so some of the ideas I've been thinking of that seem pretty straightforward, no-brainers to me. I think for a couple of bucks a month, like maybe $3 a month, I will have a monthly one-on-one, not one-on-one, but a monthly like me and you planning sessions. So this is what I've decided, like these videos. Here's what I've decided, this is what I'm going to do. But I think once a month it would be nice to sit down with everyone who's a Patreon subscriber at a certain level, like I said, maybe $3 a month or something, and you will help me plan the channel. I'll bounce ideas off of you and say, hey, I'm thinking about doing this. I really want to play this game, and I'm thinking about taking it in this direction. You could say, Frog, that's a great idea, or you could say, Frog, that's a horrible idea. What are you thinking about? And I'm not going to say that you're gonna have all the policy, but you'll be in on the oh my god, my screensaver's going off. I haven't done that in a while in this thing. You'll have the opportunity to look into that. I think that it's certainly worthwhile to play games. Like I'll say, hey, you know, we could have, and this planning session would be like a Google Hangout or a Skype session or something. So it'd be like face to face. We could all hang out. We could have a good time, that kind of thing. You know, make some popcorn, have a beer, or whatever. The other option would be to play games. You know, to say, hey, all right, we're going to play games together at whatever level. I think another level will be that essentially I'll create what are producer credits. I'll create credits. So like you will be listed at the end of all of the videos going forward. I'm not going to go back 1,900 videos and add you to those videos. But going forward, if you're at a certain level on the day I produce the video, you'll be in the credit roll, and we'll add that to it, which means I need to create a credit roll, which is sort of intimidating because I haven't done that. And I'm not sure how easy that is with Caden Live. But those are the types of ideas I'm thinking about. If you want something different, you let me know, and we'll launch together regardless on the 1st of July. So I'm very excited about that. That'll be next Friday. It'll be a year and 2 months from the time I started, so we'll start a Patreon to do that. I am not going to show you a slide for next week, only because I haven't prepared the slide for next week yet, but it will be more of the same. The only difference is that there is likely to be a new Stellaris campaign. It's likely to be, well, it will be a new City Skyline campaign. It will be a new city for City Skylines. That's a guarantee. And there's likely to be a new Factorial campaign woven in. I'm not going to take away Narrow Factorial. I'm not just going to stop it, but we're going to weave in the new one when it's available. And there's a slight possibility Soul Trader may not make it because of the bugs. So if we can work out the bugs for Soul Trader, that would be great. And if not, we'll have to put something else into that time slot. Other than that, we're doing the same thing. We're still going to stream on Tuesday at 8 o'clock. I might still have a bonus stream Tuesday at midnight. That's been pretty popular. Some new people have been coming in to watch that. Late night kind of Isaac play. I think that I'll keep doing that. Now that I figured out how to get the webcam working too, which by the way, the webcam is working. I'm not doing it for this video yet because I really want to get a green screen before I do that. But I will hopefully have time this weekend to get a green screen because it'll be pretty simple. I'm just going to go to a local fabric store, get a bunch of that bright green fabric, and then I have hung curtains before for various things because I was a performer. I was in theater. I was doing music, right? So I could do really some cheap piping and just stretch it real tight and have a really good, nice, professional-looking green screen so then I can chroma key it out. And then it'll look a lot better. Plus, then right now I'm kind of in a ratty t-shirt. I just played pool outside, like billiards pool outside. It was so hot. Oh my God. Storms went through this morning, well, yesterday morning at this point, and it was just oppressively hot. So I look like shite, basically. And I'm riled up about Brexit, so my hair is probably all over the place because I've been basically pulling my hair out without actually pulling my hair out. So we'll clean it all up. Definitely next week when we launch the Patreon, that will have the first face cam reveal. So you'll get to see my face on July 1st. And it will not be before then. But on July 1st, I will do that as part of the Friday update, also as part of the Patreon pledge video, which will be a new video about 90 seconds or so. And I think I'm going to redo the channel advertisement because that's now about a year old and it's getting a little stilted, so I'd like to just redo some new footage for that and recut some audio and maybe get a little bit of the webcam in there. I don't know what, but we'll definitely do that, and we'll possibly start streaming with it because I figured out if I turn the resolution way down, so I'm talking like 320 by 80. Is that the right conversion number? If it's 1080 by if it's 1920 by 1080, it's 1280 by 720. So it's 640 by 360. So it's 320 by 180. So if I turn it down to 320 by 180, it records relatively well. There's a slight delay, but I think it actually matches the slight delay of the audio. I don't know yet because I haven't tested it because I don't want to go streaming live and spoil a reveal on the 1st of July. But we'll tweak it out when we get to that point. It's just, it does work. And since I'm putting it off in the side in this little corner when I stream, what does it matter if it's 320 by or 3, whatever I just said. Yeah, 320 by 180. What does it matter? It doesn't. Now, if I wanted to have my full head up there, so like during this, that'll be a problem. But at the same time, I don't think I do. I think I just want to leave me down here in this little corner right here, and then talk about all this stuff, so that way you could see it, and you do that, and you'll see all my hands going crazy because I'm a Sicilian at heart, because that's what my grandmother was, and I interpreted that 100%. I mean, Christmases at my house were just crazy in my family, regardless, because Christmas Eve was British. Christmas Eve was Sicilian. It was wild. It was, your hands were everywhere. You were playing games. You were talking. You were doing all this stuff. It was loud. There's cigarette smoke everywhere, and it was just absolutely crazy. Christmas Day was tight. It was reserved. It was cheerful. We played some games. There were crackers, of course, which you don't do in the Sicilian one. I love a good Christmas cracker. And this is not a cracker you eat, by the way. Just look up Christmas crackers. You'll see. And it was just like the two halves of me perfectly put into one, and that's what I'm like. And it occurs to me as I'm watching all this stuff, like where I'm looking when I do this, I'm gonna have to change, because I got to start looking at the camera and talking to you guys. As I'm like, I'm off on the right, I'm off on the left, I'm down at the keyboard. So any of that stuff will get fixed up. Look, ultimately, this is still about you guys. I appreciate everything you do watching this channel. It's amazing to me that we're a year and 2 months on, and I have 550 some subscribers. I have nearly 1,900 videos. It's thank you so much for allowing me to do this. And if someday I could do this full time, that would be pretty awesome. I don't know what it's going to take to get to that point. It's probably going to take a lot. But for now, I'm just happy spending my extra hobby time with you guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed as well. If you do, click the like button here. Certainly please leave me comments down in the doobly-doo, because I would like to know what you want to see, what sort of Patreon levels you would be willing to support. These are not pledges. I'm not going to tie you to that. So if you say, oh, I'd be willing to spend $3 for this, and then you choose not to, that's fine. Like, that's perfectly fine. But anything that we could think of would be appreciated. So please share the video around, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already to stay updated to everything that happens, and until next time, cheers.